Good day anime fans, today's episode of Neat Anime to Watch, we're counting down the top 10 anime where the main character is challenged by the strongest. If you are new to this channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button for more anime content like this. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. When an extraterrestrial organism known as Savage attacks mankind, the only technology capable of combating the enemy is a weapon known as 100. A survivor of a Savage attack, Hayato Kisaragi is a teenager boasting the highest compatibility level with the aforementioned technology, and as a result, is invited to master his skills at Little Garden, a prestigious military academy aboard a battleship. Over the course of his intense training for the battle ahead, he immediately attracts the interest of multiple female peers and gets drawn into a number of incidents as he tries to fight against the creatures that now inhabit Earth and threaten its safety. In the previous century, an unprecedented disaster known as the Inversia drastically reformed the world. The powers of existing nations declined significantly, paving the way for a conglomerate called the Integrated Empire Foundation to assume control. But more importantly, the Inversia led to the emergence of a new species of humans who are born with phenomenal physical capabilities, the Genistella. Its elite are hand-picked across the globe to attend the top 6 schools, and they duel amongst themselves in entertainment battles called festas. Ayato Amagiri is a scholarship transfer student at the prestigious Sadoukan Academy, which has recently been suffering from declining performances. Through a series of events, he accidentally sees the popular Witch of Resplendent Flames, Julius Alexia von Riesfeld, half-dressed. Enraged, Julius challenges him to a duel for intruding on her privacy. After said duel is voided by the student council president, Ayato reveals that he has no interest in festas. Instead, he has enrolled in the academy to investigate the whereabouts of his missing elder sister. But when a more devious plot unravels, Ayato sets out to achieve victory while being surrounded by some of the most talented The private Aichi Symbiosis Academy was originally a high school for high-class girls. When it became co-ed, the girls, out of fear, asked to be permitted to bring weapons to school. When that was enforced, a 5-member vigilante corps-like organization called the Supreme Five Swords was also formed. After many generations, the Five Swords eventually became a group which corrected problematic students, and the academy started proactively accepting such students in order to correct them. Nomura Fudu was sent to this school after being part of a huge brawl. What will he do when the only options he has after enrolling are being expelled from that school or being corrected the way the rest of the male students there were, by being forced to There exist few humans in this world with the ability to manipulate their souls to form powerful weapons. Dubbed Blazers, these people study and train at the prestigious Hagen Academy to become Mage Knights. Among the students is so-called Failure Iki Kurigane, the sole F-rated Blazer. However, when the worst student in the academy sees Stella Vermilion, an A-ranked Blazer who also happens to be a princess, naked, she challenges him to a duel with dire stakes. The loser becomes the slave of the winner. There's no possible way that Stella can lose, right? Rakudai Kishi no Cavalry follows the story of Iki as he tries to prove his strength to a world that believes him to be the weakest, all the while gaining new friends, wisdom, and In professional sumo, there are no weight classes. It's a savage sport where the strongest survive, and anyone willing to test their mettle can step into the ring. There is, however, a minimum size requirement to be a pro sumo wrestler, and young Hinamaru Ushio, incredibly talented and hardworking, though he does not meet that requirement. This small boy has big dreams of reaching the highest class of sumo, Hinashita Kaisen. The only way he could possibly go pro is if he becomes the high school Yokozuna, a title given to the strongest wrestler in high school tournaments. Ushio is under a lot of pressure, as well as a time limit. If he can't show off his skills in the high school tournaments, he may lose his chance to go pro permanently, and the odds are stacked against him. Instead of enrolling in Ishigami High, the best school for sumo in Japan, he enrolls in Adachi High and must build a sumo club from the ground up with the one devout member Shinya Izeki. Adachi High is the true underdog of the sumo world, but Ushio has to push forward with all his strength if he is going to make it professionally. In a post-apocalyptic world overrun with mutated beasts called Limdikun or filth monsters, humanity is forced to live in large mobile cities called regios and learn to use special weapons called Dite by harnessing the power of K to defend themselves. In the academy city of Zwelny, Lathan Olsif is hoping to start a new life and forget his past. However, his past has caught the attention of Carrion Loss, the manipulative student council president, and Nina Antic, a military arts student and captain of the 17th Military Arts Platoon, who instantly recognizes his abilities and decides he's the perfect candidate to join her group. However, with a secret past that won't leave him alone and unknown powers beyond normal, Lathan just might not take it. The world as we know it is actually just half the story, as Takeshi Nanis finds out abruptly one summer morning. On his way to kendo practice, Takeshi comes across an unconscious girl in a uniform he doesn't recognize. Takeshi does the decent thing and saves her, and in return the girl wakes up and accidentally turns him into a magic user. As Takeshi finds out, there is the world he lives in and the world of magic users. Most magic users just want to peacefully coexist with non-magicians, but there are some with bigger ambitions. Mui Iba is a magician enrolled in the Subaru Magic Academy, where magic users can learn to control and channel their powers and how to live in peace with regular humans. After his fateful encounter with Mui, Takeshi and his newly magician friends Kurumi Isashima and Kazumi Ida decide to For some people, high school represents the opportunity for a fresh start. You can take new classes and make new friends. For Suichiro Nagi and Bob Makihara, though, high school means something different, the chance to become the top fighters in the entire student body. Too bad Taudu Academy is the hardest possible place to realize their dreams. Their new high school is no ordinary academic institution. Rather than concentrating on classic subjects like math and science, Taudu Academy was created for the sole purpose of reviving the martial arts in Japan. As a result, Suichiro's aspirations to become top dog are cut short when he runs afoul of Masataka Takeyanagi and Maya Natsume. The two upperclassmen easily stop the freshman duo's rampage across school, but rather than serving as a deterrent, it only stokes their competitive fire. What kind of monstrous fighters attend Taudu Academy? Are there any stronger than Masataka and Maya? And why in the world is Maya's younger sister stalking Suichiro? Learn the answers to these questions and The Walpurgis Royal Academy of Machinert was founded alongside the development of Machinert, machine magic capable of giving life and intelligence to mechanical dolls subsequently called as automaton. Its aim, train skilled puppeteers to control the automatons, as militaries across the globe have begun incorporating Machinert into their armies. After miserably failing the Academy's entrance exams, Raishin Akabane and his humanoid automaton Yoya must defeat one of the top 100 students to earn the right to take part in the evening party, a fight for supremacy between puppeteers using their automatons. The last one standing is bestowed the title of Wiseman and granted access to the powerful forbidden arts. Thus, Raishin challenges Charlotte Bellew and her automaton Sigmund to a duel, but before they even begin, Sigmund is attacked by other students. After saving his opponents from their assaulters, Raishin cancels the duel, but is forced to search for a new way to gain access to the party. Driven by the tragedies of his past, Raishin fights alongside Yaya to rise to the top and claim the title of Seiken Tsukai no World Break takes place at Akane Private Academy, where students who possess memories of their previous lives are being trained to use ancestral arts so that they can serve as defenders against monsters, called metaphysicals, who randomly attack. Known as saviors, the students are broken up into two categories, the Kurigane who are able to use their prana to summon offensive weapons, and the Kuroma who are able to use magic. The story begins 6 months prior to the major climax of the series during the opening ceremonies on the first day of the school year. After the ceremony is over, the main character, Moroha Himura, meets a girl named Satsuki Oranju who reveals that she was Moroha's little sister in a past life, where Moroha was a heroic prince capable of slaying entire armies with his sword skills. Soon afterwards he meets another girl, Shizuno Urashibara, who eventually reveals that she also knew Moroha in an entirely different past life, where he was a dark lord capable of using destructive magic, but saved her from a life of slavery. Can those whose minds live in both the present and the past truly reach a bright future? Delve into the complex world of Seiken Tsukai no World Break to find out.